Well, I thought the difference was the level of I'm trying to come up with another word because I say poise so much, but it was just that. They scored 20 points in the first 4.5 minutes. We called a timeout, and then we just stayed the course. And the ability to regroup without losing your confidence is something that we've learned over time. And in our program, we always say, we don't want anything to affect the culture, but also the spirit of our team. And I thought that was the case tonight. They came out just nailing threes, and we weren't up in our coverages. And then after that, we just played much better on the defensive end. And then offensively, we started getting the ball from side to side, and that allowed us to at least have balanced offense so we could get back in transition. And we had to take care of that much better in the first and some in the second quarter. They were getting leak outs off of their contest on a deep shooter. Once we were able to play better in those two environments, it was pretty cool to watch our guys on a back-to-back play with that kind of juice and energy. I told the guys it was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. I've been around for a little bit. I've probably have been around some that are better, but just with this group, that was one of the best I've ever seen. Well, I mean, I think he was close to a triple-double. That speaks volumes. I mean, he hadn't done anything in almost a week. I think he worked out some yesterday. Then he shot this morning. And Jack took him to the gym, and Jared came in and said, "Coach, he looks good." He's just gifted. And I thought our team fed off of his, as they say, swag this morning in the meeting. But then in the game, like, there was a level of calm because Book was out there. So that's something that I certainly don't take for granted. And look across the board, I mean, there's a lot of guys who played well, but his plus minus was 31. Usually I don't even bring that up unless it's something like that. Mikal was 24. Those two guys were tremendous to them. Yeah. I wish I had something that I could tell you that was substantial, and I had it down. We have resilient guys. That's something that we do talk about. We also say we just don't let stuff affect the gym or the way we play or our spirit. And our guys like to hoop, Other than that, I don't have a great answer for you, but I know they love playing basketball and they love playing together. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those plays. I don't think it was malicious at all. Just thought he kind of got under Cam a little bit. I didn't see the replay, but it looked like he landed on his foot. But again, Cam, he did not want to leave the game. And when I saw him tying up his shoe tighter, that's always a sign that a guy can play through. We'll see how he responds to the plane ride home. But I was proud of his level of toughness in that moment. We want guys to show that. We don't want them to put themselves in harm's way. Or we certainly like when guys show that level of resiliency in those moments. What? Yeah, I just think guys played the same way. Like Landry was still firing away. That's what we want. We don't want him coming back and feeling like he's got to, look for other guys. We want him to feel like he's open shooter. When he sees an opportunity to attack, do it. I thought Aaron played with the same confidence and scoring threat that he's been since he's come to play with us. JaVale. I think that's what Chris and Book really want from everybody is to play their game. It makes it a lot easier, not easier, but it takes a bit of the pressure off them as far as double teams and things of that nature when it comes to coverages.
They just seem like felt like it was
Yeah, just, he had a bit of a continuation from last night. He had a ton of sacrificial dives tonight that opened it up for everybody. We were just trying to figure out if they were going to switch, if they were going to zone a lot, or if they were going to be in coverage. They started out in a normal coverage, and I thought DA did a pretty good job of, diving and then just doing what he does around the basket. And then defensively, he made the adjustment to get up in their DHOs, which, can take away the threes at times. But overall, I thought he played an above solid game for us. And that's pretty tough to do, especially after the game we had last night against a really good team. Yeah, I mean, that's something that we addressed after the Milwaukee game. I think we gave up 14. As hard as we played in Milwaukee, we felt like that was a bit of a difference, not being able to come up with the ball. Sometimes it's a funny bounce. Sometimes it's will, but to hold a team to that kind of shooting number and only give up 6 offensive rebounds, that's a focus group. At some point, Cole will do his job, but Cole just left me.
Hey, Monty, sorry about that. It's Kellen. The road trip, you guys ended with a win. You have to go back to the Portland loss on the 3rd game of the year where you guys ended a road trip with a loss. Guys talk about good trip to great trip all the time. Is that just something you sense the guys use as extra motivation on these road trips to fly back to Phoenix with a win?
Yeah, I think we started saying it my first year in Phoenix. We talked about when you end up with a good record on your trip and you win that last game, we always say the food tastes better. The short's a bit flighter. I mean, the flight's a bit shorter. Can't believe I said that. And we just, want to end it on a good note. But I thought the way we played and the resiliency that we showed allowed for us to end it on a good note. Playing in a game last night and having Miami sitting here waiting on you, that's not an ideal situation. So even though we lost in Milwaukee, I thought winning the way we did last night and then winning tonight the way that we did made it a really good trip and a great trip in Suns basketball language.
Thank you.
Thank you.